Okay, how to correctly interpret 1984. Remember, keep your chin up and stay there while reading this. The specific video quality will not be important. The audio quality will be what counts. So, listen. Alright, it was a bright, cold day in April. That means it's a good day. Bright, cold day in April. The sun's out. It's a little chilly, great. And the clocks are striking 13. 13 Russian time. Winston Smith, his chin muzzled into his breast. Oh boy, we got a chin tucker here. A real flatback. Is that good? That means the dude is an idiot or has been chipped for some idiotic, stupid reason. An effort to escape the vile wind. Well, this must be taken literally, but that wind is pretty mild, actually. Swift slipped quickly through the glass doors of Victory Mansions. He slipped. Literally slipped. That's not good walking. Slipped quickly? No, that's not... Yeah, the dude is not really in good shape. The Victory Mansions, though, not quickly enough to prevent a swirl of gritty dust from entering along with him. The dude just doesn't know what he's doing. His movement patterns are, shall we say, a bit first-generation artificial intelligence. The hallway smelt of boiled cabbage. Alright, that's good. And old rag mats. You might not like this, but it's better than the opposite. At one end of it is a colored poster. Colored poster, nice. Pastel colors, 1940s colors, good. Too large for indoor display. That can't be right. Too large for indoor display. But that's not a bad thing. It had been tacked to the wall. It depicted simply an enormous face. Alright, good. More than a meter or what? Implausible, but not impossible. The face of a man about 45. Alright. Who is this? Who is this? Let's look this guy up. Okay, Franco wasn't 45, but... Wait, when did Franco take power? He took power, let's see. Yeah, this is basically Franco or Jiang Jieshi. There aren't any other figures that fit. Even Tito doesn't really fit, so it's either Franco or Jiang Jieshi. In later parts of the book, you will see it's very Chinese-oriented. It is definitely about China, and it is definitely inspired somewhat by Francisco Franco, but Jiang Jieshi is what we're going for here. This is basically about China. This is a book about China for China. 45, with a heavy black mustache. Jiang had this. Franco also had this. Very few other leaders at the time did. And a ruggedly handsome features. Again, Franco. Let's check the image. Ruggedly handsome. At first, yeah, but he's not what we're looking for. Ruggedly handsome features. I guess a little, but Jiang. Did he have ruggedly handsome features? And the answer is, oh boy, he did. He had amazing facial features. So this is definitely a book about China. Okay, chips are falling out. Don't worry, you gotta keep the chin up while reading, regardless. Okay. Winston made for the stairs. Why? What the? Why would you? No. Why would you go for the stairs? Why? No, you could. It's silent, but there's no point. Why would you take the stairs? There's no use trying the lift. Even at the best of times, it's seldom working. That means it's working right now, you idiot. The whole thing. The lifts are automatic. They have chips in them. They can detect whether you're there or not. You go for the lift. And at present, the electric current was cut off during daylight hours. Well, they're saving energy. Finally, some people commit to fighting global warming. It was part of the economy drive. There has to be an economy drive. We can't really go full American or fully German here. This is not an economy built for the few, but one built for the many. In preparation for Hate Week. Hate Week, very good. They're actually hating their enemy. They don't love their enemy like fucking idiots. These guys know what they're doing. The flat was 7 flights up. How many? 7? Okay, that's a reasonable figure. It's a usual figure for Russia. And Winston, who was 39, slightly 6 years younger than Big Brother, meaning he could be Big Brother in the future, and had varicose ulcer above. Now what could that be? Is that chips? Could be. Is that just him being an idiot? Could be. Is it an infection? Probably, but not. The infections don't last this much. It could be chips, really. Went slowly, resting several times on the way. On each landing opposite the lift shaft, the poster with the enormous face. They have to show the face. If it's a tiny face, nobody's going to take that seriously. Gazed from the wall. It was one of those pictures which are so contrived that the eyes follow you about whenever you... Contrived. That's interesting. They're probably holograms, but they could be actual cameras, unlikely though. Big Brother is watching you. The caption meet them. Good. Edward Snowden exposed this. Big Brother is absolutely watching you. Thankfully, because if it wasn't, you guys would nuke the world in 4 minutes. Inside the flat, a fruity voice... This is homophobic as hell. Was reading out a list of figures which had something to do with the production of pig iron. Very important because iron is what's really necessary for an economy like this. The voice came from an oblong metal plaque. There are many things like this. It's not unique. You know this in your world. Like a dulled mirror which formed part of the surface of the right-hand wall. Nice, nice. Winston turned a switch. No. You don't turn a switch here. You go Alexa X, Alexa X. That's what you do. You don't turn a switch. You go Alexa. That's the normal way to actually command a computer. And the voice sang somewhat, okay? Though the words were still distinguishable. Good. You need to hear what they're saying. The instrument, the telescreen it was called, you have that in your room. Everybody has a TV. Could be dimmed? Alright, it could be dimmed. So good. It's for sleeping. But there was no air shutting off completely. Yeah, because if there's an emergency, you need that thing on. And also, why don't you shut it off completely? That would be a nightmare, basically. It would give you no awareness of anything that's happening. Remember, never relax, ever. He moved over the window, a smallish, frail figure, the meanness of his body merely emphasized by the blue overalls. Blue overalls? Which were the uniform of the party. The blue shirts of the party. Important phrase. This is somewhat changed from the last version of PDF. They had blue shirts there, definitely. But this is blue overalls, which are even more... They're pragmatic. They're a party of the working class. They know what they're doing. Remember, this party is not some retarded party like, well, the later German Nazi party. This is a party actually committed to victory. His hair was very fair. Oh, God, how... Whoa. Oh, boy. Bad sign, bad sign. You know, your hair is not supposed to be fair. It's supposed to be Chinese or like... It's supposed to be darkish. If it's very fair, probably came from the wrong area, or chipped the wrong way, or it's chemicals, any reason, but fair hair, not a good sign. His face naturally sanguine, his skin roughened by coarse soap. Why is he using the soap then? What the heck is the point of even using the soap if you rough your skin with it? It might be necessary, might not be, but soap? Just don't use the soap if it's bad for you. And blunt razor blades. Here's the thing, you're not supposed to use razor blades. The beard isn't supposed to grow at all here. That's the point. And the cold of the winter that had just ended. Yeah, this is a northern Russian thing. I'm not sure how it works in actual China, but in northern Russia, winters end in June. Or like May. Or June. Outside, even through the shut window pane, the world looked cold. Alright, cold. Nice, nice. People are actually doing shit out there instead of, like, dying of the summer heat. Remember, seasonal mortality is a pretty strange thing. And cold is more helpful. Remember, seasonal mortality is a lot less in cold countries. And this hasn't had global warming, which is also a good sign. Down in the street, little eddies of wind. Eddies. Yeah, we don't like that, but yeah. We're whirling dust and torn paper into spirals. Finally, you don't even need a street cleaner here. The wind is going to take care of it. Good. And though the sun was shining, the sky a harsh blue. Nice, nice. It's a nice day, not too wet. It's definitely good weather for going outside. There seemed to be no color in anything. That's a bad sign. If you can't see color, could be chipping from chin tucking, could be anything. Remember, chin tucking makes you more chippable, and it reduces the scope of your vision. So this is a bad sign that he can't see color. There's a lot of color in anything. Winston's just making this up. Except the posters that were placed. Okay, that is a good sign. If they're not painting, good. They shouldn't waste time on painting, except to actually emphasize the important features, the moving ones. The poster, very good. You need posters in order for people to see where this country even is. The black mustachioed face gazed down from every commanding corner. Nice. This reminds us of Xinjiang. Isn't this Xinjiang? It looks like Xinjiang. It does look like Xinjiang. Are there Chinese in Xinjiang? They don't like it, but as an Uyghur, this is way better than what came before. And there was one on the house front immediately opposite. Big Brother is watching. Oh yeah, China definitely used this as a model. They knew it was about Jiang's China. They definitely knew it was about Jiang's China fully. So they did use this as a model in Xinjiang. I'm not sure if they still use it or not, but this is definitely the model they used. Big Brother is watching. The caption said, "While the dark eyes..." It means his eyes are better than yours. This guy is actually equipped to lead the country. Look deep into Winston's own. Perhaps Winston might realize he is a pawn of bigger powers. Perhaps Winston might realize he might not be who he thinks he is. Down at street level, another poster torn at one corner flapped fitfully in the wind. Yeah, if the posters are too strong, yeah, they're tough to remove. So torn at one corner, good sign. This is good paper they're using. Flapped fitfully in the wind. They're not supposed to be rigid. If they're rigid, they just fall apart instantly. Yeah, okay, this isn't falling apart. Flapped fitfully into the wind. These posters are not falling apart. Alternatively, covering and uncovering the single word ingsak. Ingsak. Yeah. What's socialism in Chinese? Yeah. Shahui Juyi. Alright. So this ingsak, it is a Chinese style phrase. One syllable per morpheme. Is definitely a Mandarin style phrase, but I'm not sure the exact Chinese phrase at the time it's based off. I do not know a lot about nationalist China, but I know a bit how the modern Chinese government looks like, and it is definitely inspired by 1984 in a lot of ways. In the far distance, a helicopter skimmed down between the roofs. Wow, they have advanced technology here. helicopters require real industry, so definitely they have helicopters flying around here too. In real Canton, Michigan, not the imaginary one. Skim down between the roofs. Wow, they're doing good. These guys are amazing. Hovered for an instant like a blue bottle. What's a blue bottle? Never heard that term in my life before. We don't have those here. Yeah, Inksuck is definitely a Mandarin stuff. There's a Chinese stuff. I think a blue bottle. Yeah, we don't have those. And dart away again in a curving flight. Nice. These are amazingly agile. These are better than the helicopters that exist in your world. It was the police patrol. Wow. Police, they trust them a lot with this. No other entity would trust police with this level of maneuver. Snooping into people's... Is that what they're really doing, though? Sure, helicopters are for a lot of purposes. Mere surveillance, not one of them. Patrols that... Alright, so you gotta interpret this like this. George Orwell definitely supports the party here. He does not support Winston Smith, the chin-tucked guy. Why do you support the chin-tucked guy? The dude knew good posture like the back of his hand. He had every idea how to write a book that's pro-Winston Smith. This is not a pro-Winston Smith book. This is a book in favor of the party and in favor of Big Brother. All right, night.